Welcome, everyone, to Constructed Chaos, where we run our D&D live stream every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Welcome in. I hope you guys are having a great night. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future episodes. And make sure to thank Grim Reaper for his patented 5 gifted memberships right at the start of stream.
Exactly.
You nail it every single time, man. Thank you for being here. We love that you're here. And those of you who have just gotten memberships, make sure to go over to our community tab on our channel page and have a look at the homebrew that we've been releasing every month in the form of pamphlets. We have 3 pamphlets right now that are about 8 pages each, and there's going to be another one by the time we stream next. Some of the stuff might even be featured tonight, so be on the lookout for that. And do also thank XIVM for 5 more gifted memberships.
Woo!
Thank you, XIVM. I will make sure to add you guys' points in just a second. XIVM, you redeemed Chaos last time. I have not forgotten, and you still have a lot of points, my friend. I don't know what you're saving up for, but Bacon and Vodka is right there with you. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, Bacon and Vodka. And Justin, oh my God, you guys are crazy. I can't even keep up.
I get a thank you out. Somebody else sends something else. Thank you, guys.
Justin says, how do you get a D&D player out to go out with you? You ask them for a D8. That's a good one, buddy. I really appreciate your humor. If you guys don't know already, Justin has actually edited some of the videos that are on the channel, some of the guide videos, and he's a funny guy. We like Justin. Justin, you need to come over here so we can hang out in person, man. Ruby Rod, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships.
Green.
You guys are crazy. Thank you so much. I don't know what else to say. You guys are absolutely amazing. This is a really hot start. I have a lot of plans for tonight. I hope you guys enjoy the session as much as you've supported us to create it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do also need to thank our friends over at Tabletop Beard before we get too far. Today we're having a look at the Wizard Beard Oil. This is... At first, it wasn't one of my favorites, but it has grown on me. It smells like tobacco and spices. It's kind of like when you start off as a wizard with, you know, like a D6 hit die, and you're not really feeling too strong, but then later you can cast like, you know, really powerful spells. I can't guarantee this will give you that ability, but it does smell really good, and it'll make your beard feel really nice.
Speaking of Tabletop Beard, you can use code Chaos20 to get 20% off, which I did today. Because Alex ran out of my favorite beard oil. And so I sat on the couch earlier and ordered some new beard oil.
I got a referral.
And I did use our own code.
If you guys want to be like Mo, get yourself something or get something for your significant other. I promise they'll appreciate it because I do. The link is in the description below, and you can get 20% off yourself using code CHAOS20. So thank you again to our friends over at Tabletop Beard, and thank you all for the comments you left on the last stream. This latest comment coming in from Ruby Rod, our resident 10 gifted membership gifter. They said, as always, epic storytelling and great content. Ruby, I'm so glad that you're here and enjoying it. Last session was probably one of my favorites of the entire experience running live streams on this channel, and I can't wait to outdo it with all of you. Do also check out our friends over at Darkeport. They ran their live stream last night. They run every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time, and you can catch a lot of them here in the chat. Justin's here, Angel is here. Sometimes we get a little bit of Corey. They've even been featured in some of our live streams in the past. So go check them out. Their link is also in the description below. But I think that covers everything, so...
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yes, ma'am, I will. I will, in fact. I will do that.
As the winds quiet and the storm subsides, Ularos reveals himself to be more than thunder and riddles. At the behest of Zave's final breaths, it was he who granted her wish for a child, in time enough to raise them. Odd Beatweaver, Solus Ervo, was not born, but gifted, a spawn of the roaring tempest, bequeathed to a wizened warrior in her twilight. And, hidden far beyond the eastern sea, across waters where no charts reach and no ships sail, the Silver Fang lies. Ularos claims to have left it in the care of his mysterious creators. But who are they? And what verse might they sing within the Silver Song?
Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, I almost missed that. I'm having to add so many points to everybody's profile. Daniel Struve came in while the intro was running. Thank you, friend. Good to see you tonight. I hope you're having a great night. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I'm pretty sure we just broke through the largest total members we've ever had at one time.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you guys so much. If there's anything that you guys would like to see more of on the channel, please let us know in the comments. I am more than happy to give back after you guys have given so much to us. Thank you. Thank you. But before we get too derailed, we now rejoin our 5 adventurers with Flint now regaining consciousness as they revel in the new information gleaned from Ularos' tale. Instead of asking all of you what you're doing, I would like to ask Odd, aka Solus, how are you reacting to this information?
Odd is very confused. And Odd's very confused. He Zave always talked about his dad as being like a great and powerful, person, but like he just expected him to be dead, not to be a genie, so he's very confused. Also, he doesn't know what's going on right now. So he's going to have a lot of questions.
Ularos kind of sees that confused look across your face. What seems to be the problem, boy?
So a lot of things. We'll take them. We'll itemize them, and we'll go through step by step. So you said that I am a result of Zave's wish?
Indeed. In my power infused into you, I can see it.
So
manifest.
No, none of this.
Oh, no.
Oh, well then how did I get the purple?
Well, when a child is created magically, oftentimes the magic used to create them pervades and bestows upon them certain traits.
A man and a woman fall in love.
No, a genie and a part angel fall in love.
They magically.
Yeah, that's what happened. You see, now this makes sense.
She dreamed of Genie, and I was happy to.
It looks like we're having technical difficulties, guys.
Yeah, and then, so are you my father?
I suppose you can think of it that way.
And you've been here my whole life?
I have been, nearly your whole life. I can summon spirits, cast my gaze out a small distance. And from Ashendel, I was able to watch you from time to time. I was impressed with how quickly you were able to manifest your abilities. Zave was an excellent teacher.
And she didn't want me knowing you, or you knowing me, or?
That would be more of a question for your mother.
Well, you had some part in that, like...
I did.
You didn't want to know me?
She instructed me to protect the Silver Fang and prepare for the time when it was needed again. That is what I have done, and I have finally fulfilled that wish.
When he's very much all business, you can see Odd's a little hurt, like getting teared up, and because
It's cold.
Yeah, exactly. It's all business.
It's not to say I don't care for you, boy. As much as I am not necessarily your father in a traditional sense, I do see myself in you. I am proud of what you've done.
Now he gets real teared up. Daddy's proud.
As I say, I have been there many days, even when you may not have been aware.
And he's just gonna change the subject real quick. And you said the sword's not even here?
Why would I keep it here in this continent? It is not the safest place for it to reside.
It's not even on this continent.
No, it is not.
Hmm.
As I said, I flew it far away to a forgotten land. But seeing as you have completed these tests, seeing as I have tested your valor, I can take you there.
Oh. How long is that going to take?
That depends. You any good at flying?
We have a ship. You attacked us on it.
Flying ship. Based on how fast you were going, I would say 4-5 days travel from this location.
We have an appointment. And then when we
By all
come
means,
back,
there's no rush.
there is. But this appointment is also very important for the same reason that the sword is very important. It's a summit, if you will, of everyone who wants to destroy this undead multiversal dragon. If you would like to join us, I'm sure your information would be
Obsidian weapon breathing.
great.
you guys
Obsidian weapon breathing undead multiversal dragon. Sorry.
So you guys can catch up on
Obsidian
the ride.
wires breathing.
Yeah.
I may need a bit of a rest, but
We do too.
I will tag along, of course.
Absolutely.
And he kind of sees that you're still a little sullen. Solus, I must admit, part of me feels upset that I have missed so much of your time here. So many absences. Especially on that fated day. So I would like to offer you a bit of a birthday present.
Is it my birthday?
It's your birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Must celebrate.
Oh no, we were in the Feywild, and I think we time traveled a little bit while we were
Yeah.
there.
Can
I'm
we
not
go
sure.
back?
You'll have to wait for it to heal. But please, as long as I am with you,
Better get tatted.
take my vessel.
Tatted.
I think you'll find it quite useful in your future battles.
Are you the reason I gravitate towards drums too?
Perhaps a bit of nature versus nurture.
Right.
I certainly was happy to see you using that in our encounter.
Just seemed right. Also, I was really just trying to take the wind out of your sails, if you would. By
Changing the wind is in our blood.
right, by playing your drum instead. Oh man, I am not gonna be okay. I got a question. There are times when I felt like somebody was watching me, and there are times when Valos said like there was something watching me. Were those you?
I have watched from afar.
So specifically, we saw scrying orbs.
You'd not seen any of that with me.
Oh, okay.
So somebody else watching you. Oh shit.
I do think that was Elwind. And the previous, well, maybe the current, I don't know.
One
One of the Decarans.
Well, thanks, Dad. Is the drum like kind of just putting itself back together, or?
It's like you can see the metal has burst, like cracked open, and it is slowly kind of folding back in on itself.
I'll try and play it if I can, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you kind of thumb around on it, I'll say make a performance check.
Okay. Disadvantage.
I'll say disadvantage.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Ooh,
Chat roll.
two really bad rolls.
Speaking
got
of-
him.
Speaking of chat, we got a magic item
Woo!
specifically for Broad.
Whoa!
Oh, nice.
So
Is it a pipe?
It's a it's a wand of magic detection, but maybe we can flavor it as a pipe.
All right, I'm gonna take.
Thanks, man.
You like smoke
Really
it, and then like the
appreciate that,
smoke
man.
swirls towards wherever the magic is.
I was about to say, like, as you're kind of like playing on the drum, you're hearing these chimes, and then you realize it's the box that's chiming. You go to silence it, and it begins to contort into a rectangular shape that's no longer than a forearm. As it pops open, there is a long wand-like wooden shaft that is indeed a smoking pipe at the end. And as you take it out of the box, Broggy, you know what this is instantly. It is a very well-embellished smoking pipe with some very exotic wood grains and a ivory handle, complete with a what do you call the end of a pipe? I guess the bit that the smoke comes out
Business
of.
end.
The party is.
The business.
The bit where the business end of it is also made out of ivory, but it is sculpted in the shape of a tanuki face.
Oh wow.
So like a raccoon face.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
I love this so much.
it's like this is for you.
How did
And like,
how did you know?
while
he
this
was
is
with
happening,
us?
Yeah, is it
The
lit?
raccoons know everything.
yeah, Froggy's just kind of like jamming, like, "Ooh, you're pretty good, man." And then like it stops, and I'm like, well, "Why'd you stop, man?" That's whenever I take the pipe, and I'm like, "Oh, green hit for me," and I take it, and I kind of just start puffing it in the corner.
Incredible.
As you toke the pipe, you give one nice exhalation of smoke from your favorite medicinal herbs, and they begin to float through the chamber, and slowly but surely they begin to gravitate towards the drum specifically, especially as it's kind of patching itself up.
Oh yeah, and I just kind of get back to like, "Ooh yeah, that's a good beat, man."
Yeah, I like that you're hearing the ringtone of the box, the coffer of curiosities. I imagine it being like the marimba ringtone. Like,
Oh yeah.
dun, chicka, dun, 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 dun.
And it goes into the One Piece theme song like yours.
Yes.
So you guys said we're looking for a sword, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the whole reason we
Did we
came
not
here
tell
and
you
found
that?
you. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just here for the ride.
No, I kind of, yeah, that's fair. He just kind of joined this and was like, yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean, he was dying, and
Well, right, we did heal him.
You just wanted to get through.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah,
You did it, Broggy.
thanks, man. I really appreciate that. But
And you solved my riddle.
that I did.
Something no other mortal has accomplished this far.
Eastman.
Yeah.
So if Zave was given 3 wishes because she bested you, does that mean that we get 3 wishes because we bested you?
I want a lot of money.
I have some unfortunate news.
It's gonna be a witch.
Yeah.
Us elementals can grant wishes, but we need to return to the elemental plane for a time before we can do so again. As I was completing Zave's final wish, I have not done so in many years.
How do you feel about the spell banishment, man? Right? Can we not?
I would need to reside there for a lengthy period of
We
time.
do need him to show us to the sword first.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, good call, man.
Broggy banishes him.
I don't have counterspell prepared.
Please don't.
Very
So whenever you get back, we'll get our wishes.
That is what Drazad is understanding as well.
3 per or 3 for the group?
Something may be able to be arranged, but your reward in this instance is the information about the Silver Fang, the information that you all came seeking, the information that can win you the peace that every hero desires.
Yeah. So are you coming with us
That was also
to show
kind
us
of-
exactly where
yeah.
the sword is?
Yes, of course.
Great.
I will be with you until it is in your grasp.
Will you promise? And I want to shake his hand.
Of course.
Can't break a promise.
I can. I won't.
Make
But I
him
can.
do a pinky promise, man.
Pinky promise. You can't break a pinky promise.
His
sacred.
pinky takes up like your entire hand.
I'm gonna use mending as I'm playing the drum
Okay.
to
aid in
speed up the process. For anyone interested in chat, this is definitely going to be in the next homebrew pamphlet.
I was just reading. It's good. But I got a 25 to that performance.
Okay. As you're kind of playing the drum and casting mending on it, you're able to patch it up, and you're able to master its resonance relatively quickly. Normally, to attune to an item, you need to take a long rest with it or spend a good amount of time focusing on it. Because you are such a master of musical performance, and because you rolled so well, because you yourself healed the drum, you can attune to it now if you wish.
I would have to unattune to something.
Yes, you would.
I think I'm gonna unattune to the jewel.
I wish we got more attunement slots as we leveled up.
Oh.
Artificers do.
I know. Y'all say that every time. Every time.
Leo also brings it up every time he gets a chance.
Yeah. I'll figure out what I'm gonna unattune to. I'm between two things right now.
So then, how's life been? Like awkward dad talk.
We did not have time to
we
talk about
hug
the
now? Like,
economic structure of the
so
we can.
As I finish playing, it's like a very peaceful, like finish and serene finish, and he's definitely just in his fields, and he's gonna walk up to Ularos and just give him a hug. Just a big tight. I never thought you were alive anyway.
You wrap your arms around Ularos' muscular physique. You're a pretty big individual yourself, so you're not used to hugging someone and not being able to even get your hands like around their back. But as you're trying to navigate this somewhat awkward encounter, you do feel a slow clasp back from him. And as the breeze, ever present around him, swirls and ruffles your hair, you hear whispered words on it. I'm glad to have finally met you.
Aw. It's so beautiful, man. Me too.
You also hear that on the way.
Yeah. Rocky's in the conversation. He's
Sobbing,
right here.
yes,
He's like he's
sobbing.
in the hug with us.
He's also hugging you.
So then he backs away, and as he does, you see like wind kind of carry a couple of tears away from.
And we're both like, yeah.
Shall we be off?
Yes.
Wait. What about, was the treasure and Tuck stuff all just a way to draw people here?
Well, yes, of course. How else would adventurers come to take the tests?
So it's all just a ploy for you to meet your son?
No, I had no idea that my son, talented as he may be, would be the one to finally clear the tomb.
What happened to everybody said Tuck was loaded. So what happened to his money? Didn't he have a share of the dragon's hoard?
Tuck was loaded indeed.
He built this place.
He built this place.
Oh.
Built this city.
Okay. And that's where all his money went?
Yes, most of it.
And then I'm going to look at...
He was a bit of a gambling addict, you see.
That's we should destroy this.
What's
Parlays.
who's
Tuck 10?
yeah, what's his other name?
Flint.
Flint. I'm a healing word, Flint. And say,
thanks, man.
say get up. And then I'm gonna look at Ularos and I'm gonna say, tell him who killed the dragon.
Zave slayed the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not really even buying that you're the one that cleared the tomb. It's kind of fuzzy, but I was there.
You got struck by a lightning bolt.
Yeah, I know.
You did nothing.
What's more powerful, the sword or the shield? I mean, you gotta wonder.
Sword.
Is your brain still fried?
Every time.
What are you even
Yeah.
talking about?
We will
the
leave
sword.
it down here.
I look at Flora. I'm like, the sword, right? Yeah, the sword, right?
Yeah.
I mean, my ancestor, Tuck the First, the Everlasting, he was kind of a sword guy. He was on the offensive. I'm starting to think maybe I'm more of a defensive guy. Maybe I'm the shield.
No, Drazad is starting to think that is kind of a misnomer to call him the Everlasting. He is not. He's dead, right?
Oh, definitely.
Where's his corpse?
I mean, he lasted. He's right in there. And he kind of points to the rectangular, the coffin, more or less.
Ooh, does anybody have speak with dead?
Oh,
I was gonna say you could ask him who killed the dragon.
He's gonna say himself.
But
If we've learned anything
they
about
lie?
this line of tugs.
It's a good question.
I don't
You'll
know.
have to read the
Yeah, I
spell.
don't know if Speak with Dead lets him lie or not.
He's gonna say something.
I want to say
vague.
during this, I'm drawing a teleportation circle in the ground and like starting to cast that to get back to the ship.
Ularos looks to you. Oh, there's no need for that, my friend. After all, you have me at your side. And the wind rises beneath your feet. Gust of will and rhythm. Ularos raises his arms and you are lifted, the chamber spinning away below as the ceiling rushes to meet you. You soar upward through stone and heat, bursting through what should be molten rock, only to watch it shatter like glass, revealing that it was an illusion all along. In an instant, you're above the world once more, swept into the crisp mountain air at the edge of twilight. The caldera of Dolakar Hind yawns below you, its secrets sealed behind you. Snow slumps on tall, quiet trees and wind ripples through the landscape. The doors to Tuck's tomb are shut, you can see now, though you now know their mysterious purpose. And as you gracefully descend to the crunch of frost upon the foothills, your ship awaits, just as you left it.
One day I'll cast that spell.
I was about to say the first time Sam gets to go to cast it.
Now I believe I have outlived my usefulness. I will retire for now, but rest assured,
So you're not coming to the summit.
No, he is. He's just.
my home is on his hip.
Who's hip?
So are you gonna be with me from just now on?
You can hear.
I will. Maybe sleeping for a time.
Yeah.
I've been awake for nearly 4 decades now.
Oh, so he's gonna go into the little lantern.
So, but we can,
Yeah,
but we can wake you up when we want to start making our way to the Silver Fang.
Yes, I'll keep one eye open, one ear peeled.
Ularos, Dad, sir, did you tell us
Daddy?
where? Yeah, where? I'm not a daddy person. I don't know why. Yeah.
Son feels weird to me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I've been saying boy for a reason.
Papa? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I like it when you call me Papa.
Yeah.
and now none of us like it.
It's worse than daddy. No.
Can we use that teleport right there real quick?
Takes a minute.
Yeah.
Cover your ears.
Did you tell us where we need to go to get the sword?
Well, of course, you'll need to ride the east winds, sail east to the place where maps do not chart,
about to
ships
say.
do not sail.
About to say the edge of the world is like right over this mountain range.
The edge of the continent, yes. The seas to the east of Hrafheim are seldom explored deeply. They are treacherous, you see. But if you can fly for days on end, you will reach the Forgotten Isle.
How many days on end?
4 or 5
4 or 5.
from here.
Oh, and doesn't our airship have to put down
yeah.
every so-
I'm like,
What is a ship? We can put it in
I was
the
about
water.
that. Gribzik, does this float? It's made of metal, so
Yeah, welcome back.
Oh, Grizzly, here. And I give him a sending stone. And
Oh,
I'm like, breaker, 1, 2. Like, over. Yeah. Perfect.
Duran and I used to have a code. We communicate from across the smithy. It was really fun.
Oh, yeah?
What was
Yeah.
it?
Well, when we were done speaking, we'd say over.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't work for this.
it's perfect.
Now we can talk to you no matter how
Over.
far away we are.
Does the ship float?
On water.
Water.
I've never seen it float. I'm sure it does. It's lighter than a wooden ship.
Is it air?
well, then,
is
yeah,
it
we'll be fine if
airtight?
it's
on
lighter
the
than a
bottom?
wooden ship.
Yeah, yeah,
Water, I'm sorry, watertight on the bottom.
yeah. Absolutely. We made sure this thing was weather sealed.
Okay, then yeah.
Drazad gives a big sigh and he pulls out his notepad. I'll go do the math.
Okay. So are we
we're
resting here
fine?
before we go to
Yes.
Vidnika?
Yes,
Or are we
we're resting
gonna rest
here.
in Vidnika?
Oh wait.
We can do either.
Either way, it is okay.
No,
I mean, we were talking with what's the wizard's name again? And
Saurian.
we were talking. I was talking with the Saurian on our way here, and we kind of set up a base of operations there. There should be beds for us.
No, we should
I would
actually
like to rest there.
Yeah, we should probably rest there because there may be some benefit to sleeping there.
Yep,
Right?
yep.
Yes.
So let's do that. But before you go away, Dottie, Daddy Odd,
Yep.
Dottie.
Oh, Gribbs,
Hey,
this
nice.
is Grandpappy Ularos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, little green one.
Oh my God. So you're telling us we have to fly east where the maps don't go.
Yes, indeed.
What's over there?
An isle where the giants reside.
Wait, the
Are
giants are
giants
all dead.
alive?
The giants left this continent years ago.
And they're over there?
Yes.
Oh,
They did not die. They are so strong. There's no way.
Is
They're definitely
is
dead.
Iramor there?
100% they're dead.
I don't know that name.
What about? I guess
If
he wouldn't be
they-
there either. But Pyraxis wouldn't be there.
Hyraxis.
He's a god. I don't think he could be alive.
I mean, he's on some plane.
Hyraxis is no longer here with the in the living realm.
I would assume Iramor is the same. Okay.
But you're coming.
Of course.
Great.
I will be with you every step of the way.
Drosad had a thought just now, but I don't remember what it was.
Now, if nothing else is needed from
Yeah,
me,
you-
before Ularos dips,
Huh?
I want to pull him aside and just tell him, and just me and him, like on the bow of the ship, as it's beginning to take off and the wind starts blowing.
It's not flying.
What?
We're just gonna teleport out of the ship to Vidnika.
Oh, this is gonna be.
what about me? I gotta get home. Also, I want my 1/6 of the treasure.
Okay.
Here you go, and I hand him nothing. Yeah.
You got a whole genie and a vessel.
Hey, guess what? You can have my share of nothing too. Like,
You got stuff. I'm looking at it right
We
now.
have a wind fan that we got in the box, right?
Do you want to? Do you want to
Hey,
come with
purple
us?
dude, how much is that worth? Oh, its
no,
price is
no,
immeasurable.
No,
That Groggy's gonna
no.
be like, I got your 1/6 right here, man. And he hands him the still lit pipe, and he's like, go ahead and take a hit.
I'm not really into that, right? I need to keep my wits about me. I'm negotiating.
Hey,
He's a wind person.
hey, you don't turn. You don't turn it down, man.
I'll tell
Are you a
you
cop,
what.
I want to.
You have to tell
I want to
me.
roll a
have to tell
charisma
me.
check to peer pressure that him into smoking.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody's doing it.
Roll a check.
I am not doing it.
I think he's a cop,
Persuasion.
man.
27.
Yeah, sure, whatever. If you'll get you shut up. And he- so anyway, I got a proposition for you. So you guys owe me 1/6 of the treasure, and that sounds like it's a lot. But we can't really divide up the drum, and I understand you can keep it. So what I want,
Thank you for letting me keep my own heirloom drum.
it's bragging rights.
You can have them.
Oh, this is going to be a
hold on.
tuck one kind of
Yeah,
situation.
no, Drosad, no. Drosad does not agree to
When
that.
people ask who cleared that tomb, I want them to know that Flint did it, not
I'm
Chuck
gonna-
the 10th.
I'm
Flint.
gonna open the communication in our brain. What is it gonna hurt to let the kid tell people things that they're not gonna
Right,
believe?
that is the same thing as the butterfly effect. If you kill a butterfly, it's like, oh, what's the harm? And then like the T-Rexes are back. Or
Like,
something.
hey, think about this. A long time ago, when we left Eretheos, we left a crazy little halfling in charge.
Yeah.
What do you think's going on over there?
Okay,
right
we're not
now?
leaving him in charge of a country.
I
None of us
talked to them and
believe
things
that
seem
the
to be
first
going
one
fine.
killed the dragon, so
I don't
nobody's
believe
gonna
that.
believe he
Yeah,
cleared the
Drosad
tomb.
doesn't say. I don't
Yeah,
believe
I don't believe that for a second.
Flint,
We're
will
going to have
you
to do that later.
tell people that
Alright,
you cleared the
Flint, send
tomb
them.
with our
Ask
help?
yourself.
Yeah. Flint.
I mean,
You could come with us.
that's not then we're all kind of sharing the spoils.
Yeah, 1/6.
Yeah, but you
That's
got
the whole-
extra stuff.
No,
So I want the bragging rights for me.
No, I don't think it works like that.
I don't think.
Why don't you come and earn the bragging rights with us on our adventure to actually?
I did earn them.
He found his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already know your dad.
More of a reward.
You already know your dad.
I mean,
We can't give you another dad.
We also found your dad too while we were in
We
there.
found your dad, and then we found his dad.
Why are you trying to make me sad?
And honestly, we are on the way to find my dad potentially at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is that a giant?
my dad's dead.
I
Can't find my dad either.
I don't want to meet my dad again. So
right.
Either
you
way.
can have mine.
No, I really just want the bragging rights.
Okay, bragging rights if you tell people we were there too.
Yeah, you were there
And-
too, but I
and-
did the most work.
And
You did a
And-
In the middle here.
it has to be tucked in.
No, that is out of the question. Out of the question.
You did a
Then you can't do
sixth of the work.
I did more work than anyone else, but I couldn't have done it without you. Shake on it.
And tucked in. And tucked in.
Oh, that's goblins.
No, that's Grimsick.
Yeah. I was about to say Roshan before.
Oh yeah, no.
Flint cleared the tomb
With
some other people.
in name by name by name.
Yeah.
You couldn't have done it with.
Hi guy, dragon
Hi,
dude,
guy.
Zod will take
purple
bragging.
person, and
It's kind of rude.
I don't think I ever got your name.
Valoth.
You people.
Okay, well, unnamed individual it is.
But you know my name.
Look.
If he stares at me for too long,
You've
I
been
would
the most
like to-
agreeable.
I would like to cast Cause Fear on him.
Your
To
pupils
tell him my
turn black.
name in that and make him scared of me.
Okay, what's the save of wisdom?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
it's
just
wisdom on Cause Fear.
I don't think he makes it. He rolled a 15 on the die, and I don't think he has positive wisdom modifier.
Yeah. Cause
Definitely don't make it.
Fear. What level is Cause Fear?
Free.
First.
Is it?
No, it is not.
Yes, it is first.
Yeah, it's not free.
Yeah, it is a wisdom. So, yeah, I awaken the sense of morality or mortality in him.
Okay.
Yeah, as I'm he hears Valoth in his head. And he's
Oh!
like, lest you not forget it.
I'm not ready to go just yet. I have so much left to do. I know I just cleared the tomb, but I don't want to die.
At least a year left.
Yeah, like at least a few months.
While
Let
he's
me revel in it for a bit,
saying that,
please.
Froggy's gonna kind of look
I'm
at
going
Drazad and be like, "Yeah, people usually get paranoid their first time, man."
I've seen this all too many times.
Damn peer pressure.
Remind Drazad.
I'll make a song.
Okay, you do that for me?
Yeah.
I do.
You gonna say nice things about me?
I will say nice things about you. You did help.
Okay,
I'm feeling super generous right now. Like,
thank you, man. Nobody ever really offered to write a song about me.
You're always trying to take all of the credit. If
I
you share
kind
it,
of have to, man. I've been living in Tuck's shadow for my whole life, even before I was born.
that's fair.
I gotta, make a name for myself. People gotta know Flint.
And people will know you, Flint.
Yeah,
If you share that glory with people, they're more likely to give it to you and sing your praises.
and you know what? They're even more likely to sing my praises when you fly me back to town with your magical ship.
Can you just teleport him there?
I can get you 500 feet closer.
That's not really that close. It's kind of cold. You sure? It's night out. You sure you can't just bring me back?
Day's travel. We plan on sleeping at the place that we're going to.
Okay. Maybe I'll just wait here.
Yeah, I mean, we can fly you back whenever we're with that.
You know what? You're writing me a song. I'll keep an eye on your ship.
I got the perfect name for it too. It's gonna be called The Redemption of Flint. 'Cause
Redemption implies that I was maybe not, I was in need of redeeming, but okay.
that's what they call us.
Oh. I thought it was Flint and Flint's magnificent heroes.
No, they call us Redemption.
Oh. You didn't tell me you had a stage name before. We could have
We
used
tried
that.
to tell you, you wouldn't listen.
So that's another thing that you have to learn.
Work with others.
You have to share You have to share the credit, but you also have to listen when other people tell you things.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we called?
Redemption.
Right. You got it.
I'll try to keep that in mind.
Okay.
You guys are all right.
Yeah.
So
At least you two. I don't know about him. He's kind of scary.
maybe you can help train Gribzik while we're taking care of our business before we come back.
Oh, he's not coming with you?
No, he protects the ship.
All right. Well, you down for some training, little man? Am I ever?
Don't. I'm like, I look at Flint. Hurt him.
Tell him that.
He's just learning. You are way past his skill
Hey,
level.
Flint. Rosad will make sure you see the Great Pyraxis.
Is that a threat or an offer?
It's a promise, I think.
Oh, it is a threat.
Okay.
If you hurt Gribzik, just don't hurt Gribzik.
Roll the
Right.
18 intimidation.
I get it.
15, you said?
18.
Yeah.
18.
I
Yeah.
get it. And
He
then
believes you.
I also like slipping one of the healing potions we have, like the lowest, like, healing potion. Like, look, if shit goes bad, you just give him this, okay?
Please, love.
All right. Yeah, just, in case of emergency.
Then me and Drazai both go over to Grizzly and tell him how he's the man of the house until we get back.
I am? I think Mr. Flint is older than I am.
Don't call him Mr. Flint. That is not, no.
Is that
No. He is incredibly irresponsible.
okay?
You are way more responsible than he is.
Whew. All right. Well, I think I'm ready. I've been training real hard.
And if you need us, you have the walkie-talkie.
Yeah. You
Ro-
have
the
our
Rocky,
number.
the walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Right. This works anywhere.
Anywhere.
Okay.
Across long
Call if
distances.
anything goes out awry. Over.
Psh, over. And then you're like, you don't have to make the psh sound.
Over what? Over.
Over.
What's over? Over.
You're gonna do great. Over.
Who's on first?
Yeah.
So, the teleportation circle is like in the belly of the ship, I'm assuming.
Well, no, it is the helm.
Oh, it's the helm. Do we have to
Can
like
we-
reconfigure it to be a teleportation?
Make one more investigation
There's
check.
a whole ship coming?
Or let's make it Arcana this time.
There's a whole
Oh, but then I don't get to use my eyes.
It is not.
Okay. It's just the portal.
That is a 25.
With your previous checks to discern how to rearrange the helm, how to scramble it so that people can't take off, and reassemble it so that you can fly the ship, you begin to notice that the patterns are somewhat similar to a teleportation circle, and you are able to configure it in such a way that it does act as one. And because of the nature of this helm, you're able to configure it so that it matches the one in Vidnika.
I've done it! I've cast the spell, but without actually casting it. Okay, so everyone step on here.
You sure that is safe?
I'm gonna say, hold on one second, and I'm gonna pull Ularos before he's like, I'm sure he's like already changed into like a sleeping cap and stuff like that. And he's
Yeah.
like drifting, about to go turn to smoke, and I'm like, hey, Dad, just I know it was Zave's wish that created me and kept her alive, but thank you for doing that.
It truly was her wish. But I mean this when I say it. It was mine as well. It's been entertaining watching you grow. I look forward to seeing what else you achieve.
And he's yeah. And thank you for giving me that extra time with her.
Wish I could have given more. Crosses his arms
I crossed one.
and nods his head as he begins to swirl into the drum. You hear his words resound on the breeze. Tempests away!
That. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Drum.
Saft, sorry we were in the middle of some things. I didn't get to call out your super chat there. Thank you for the $2, my friend. He said, I would like to see Brogar's character sheet, please. I'm so sorry. I haven't added the link to the description. I will make sure to add it after the stream.
I think you can find it from the others, though, if you click on ours and then go to the campaign at the top.
True.
I think you can find it there.
Pro tip. If not, I will make sure to add it, so you'll get to see it soon.
I think YouTube's chat function filters out.
Yeah, where
I tried
ours.
a couple times.
Mhm.
That's strange.
Yeah, we might have a setting on it. I might be able to.
So,
I guess that makes sense.
now that all of you have reconvened and now stand atop the teleportation circle, is there anything else?
Gribzik, memorize this pattern in case you need to make it again.
Aye, aye.
Do you want me to draw it?
It's on the ground right now.
Right, to copy it for him to, so he doesn't have to memorize it in his brain.
Oh,
It's not going to go away when we... Okay, I mean, you can.
Are you telling him to memorize it?
Just in case in the future he needs to do it again.
Do you want me to write it down for him?
Perfectly fine.
I'd like a drawing.
Yeah.
make a check with your cartographer's tools. It's not drawing a map per se, but it's similar.
I don't know what I add, but I rolled.
Proficiency. And then I don't know if it's a sleight of hand or...
19.
Have calligrapher supplies to a helper.
With your 19, you're able to get the pattern down well enough that even if there are a couple discrepancies, they'll be able to be worked out as it's formed. Simply because this helm can only be put into so many patterns. Okay. Well, with practiced, quiet hands, Valoth, you align the final rune, locking the airship's helm into place. The etched circle glows faintly, threads of magic humming through the metal like a faint yet unending breath of wind. You gather around as the incantation begins, the air tightening with energy, and the world bends. In a blink, the wind vanishes, light and space shift, as the land before you begins to ripple like a wave. The horizon approaches rapidly, encircling you and replacing the sky. A circle matching the design upon which you stand mirrors above you, etched in white marble. A subtle lurch slips into your stomach and your feet swing into the air. You stand now, dizzied and stumbling, within a cylindrical stone chamber. The room is small and silent, with no ceiling above, only windowed walls that rise endlessly into the sky. The upper edges dissolving into a shimmering air like a half-remembered dream. A mage in formal robes stands beside you. Near a set of spiral glass steps. Each one juts effortlessly but precisely from the sloped earth as if suspended by thought alone. The shining city of Vidnika lay beyond, its towers floating in the clouds below like needles weaving through a cotton sheet. The mage looks you over as you regain your bearings. He nods and then steps aside, allowing another figure behind him to take his place. They wear simple robes beneath a long, dark purple cloak, which trails behind him before falling still as the breeze settles. Apollo smiles as he steps into the chamber.
Hello.
Welcome back. I've been waiting for you.
For good reasons, I hope.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're not going to try and kill us again, huh?
Right, you don't have any lair actions prepared.
Yeah. Take a dice roll.
In my studies, I have come to understand this is humor.
Oh, right, yes.
Yes, that's what it is.
Master Thessarian told me you would be arriving sometime soon.
Oh, is that old coot?
He is doing well.
Still figuring out how the sending spell works.
I think that he knows.
Son of a bitch.
Is that the one that always answers your sending spell with a question?
Yeah.
When talking with the Sarian, you did kind of talk about that there were some facilities being fabricated and built.
Yes. Would you like me to show you to them?
Yes, I think we would like to rest because the summit's not till tomorrow, correct?
The summit is 2 days hence.
Oh, we could have taken Grimsick.
Nobody tell him.
No, it's okay.
I'm not Grimsick, Flint. Yeah.
It took some time for Master Thessarian to gather the individuals for the summit.
That's fair.
Apologies if it took a bit too long.
Oh, no.
Preoccupied.
Follow me.
Somebody has 6940 points.
Ooh,
Ruby Rod.
Ew. As he begins to guide you down the steps towards the city beyond,
I was wondering what you were saying it to.
he begins to kind of catch you up on some of the goings on in Vidnika. Master Thessarian has been busy as well. After studying me, we determined it would be best for us to create a curriculum for those that may draw their powers, as I do, from otherworldly beings.
It's kind of like you.
No. Except he's in this world. Right here.
He's an otherworldly being.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We've been uncovering many of the mysteries involved in making such pacts, though mine is still shrouded somewhat.
Your what?
It's packed.
His origins, yeah, his whatever deal he made with the entity that
So
gave him
last
life.
time we interacted, you were summoning a bunch of imps, thinking it might be infernal.
We have determined that my patron is likely from one of the 9 hells.
Is he a raccoon man?
I don't believe so, and I
True twist. It's a Nuki goddess.
He's from one of the 9
the
hells.
king of hell, like a ruler of hell.
and apologies if we've met before. My memory was wiped on my rebirth. I am Apollo.
Rogar Bloodforged, man, but you can call me Broggy.
Rocky.
Whenever I go to
Curious
shake
name.
your hand, I'm also like, put her there, and kind of just slap your hand.
He's like he's a little stiff. He doesn't quite give like a it's a bit of a lukewarm handshake, but whenever you slap his hand, it is unmoving. Like
You're like,
he's skin and bones, but you feel the cold.
is he not an automaton?
He is. You feel the cold beneath his skin, as if he's got like some sort of a metal skeleton beneath.
He's Wolverine who made a deal with the devil.
But he doesn't remember what deal.
Yeah, much like Wolverine.
Yeah.
He forgot the deal he made.
From your vantage, you can see at the heart of the windswept Vidnikan Plateau stands a structure unlike any other. Its foundation carved deep into the plateau's sacred bedrock, but each of its wings is a world unto itself, reflecting the souls of those it was built to support. As Apollo guides you to its entrance, he says, "Welcome. I hope that this new bastion can aid you in your adventures. Master Thessarian and Master Marilyn have been hard at work, making sure it lives up to any standards that you may come with.
Marilyn's here?
Of course, she never left.
I forgot.
We brought her with
I
us.
forgot.
Oh, we did.
brought her
She
here.
had to
I was like,
escape
how'd
because
she
she
do-
was like a fugitive.
Yeah.
Looking out across the building. Change the music because it's happy now. To the east, Flora's domain unfolds like an eternal spring. Walls not of stone, but of living wood, towering trees, their gnarled roots entwined to form archways, their golden leaves casting dappled light across a verdant sanctuary. To the south, Drazad's forge glows like a second sun. This wing is wrought of burnished steel, its walls sturdy and unyielding, polished to a mirror-like sheen. At its center roars a great forge, radiating the scent of molten metal and burning coal. To the west, Odds Hall stands humbly, a structure of sturdy stone, unassuming in its grandeur, yet warm in its welcome. Its heart is a great mead hall, where flickering torches cast long shadows across carved beams and well-worn tables. Laughter and the clash of practice weapons often echo through the space, spilling out into the courtyard beyond, a vast open expanse of flagstone. To the north, Baloth's tower rises, a vision of Vidnikan artistry, white stone and shimmering glass woven together in a delicate precision. It defies the weight of the world, appearing to almost hover above the plateau. There is an eerie stillness within, as though knowledge itself breathes out from the countless tomes lining the walls and arcane symbols arranged upon the floor. Through it all, Vidnikan mages and workers place the finishing touches upon each structure and prepare themselves for whatever tasks may be given to them hence. So, what will you do now?
Honestly, Drozad is very tired. We just,
Yes.
whenever I say preoccupied, I mean, we went through like a very rough battle. Like, really intense.
Where you left, it was twilight, but here it is not quite sunset.
Time zones.
Yeah.
Drozad forgets we crossed the what did they call that? You know, the date line, you know?
When will we be
Oh,
breaking dawn?
now it is your birthday.
I like it.
Oh. I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
Right after the eclipse.
Yes.
And there's
if
a second break.
Rest is what you wish.
Not long after.
I can leave you here. You will find each of your bastions contains a room solely for you. I will inform Master Thessarian of your arrival. Should he wish to speak with you, I can have him wait.
Yeah, Drozad cannot, honestly, Drozad cannot deal with him right now. That would be top notch.
Yeah, I mean, if he needs to talk, I don't need much sleep.
I understand you have traveled far.
I said I don't need much sleep.
I understand you have traveled far. I will let him know that some of you may not be willing to speak, but Baloth, I will tell him you are available.
Valoth, like, immediately kind of regretting his decision, like, oh, I'm the only one that's going to be taught. It's like, oh, okay. But he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that is your job.
Yeah.
That said, there are still some preparations left before the summit.
Have you heard of, an Elias, Montclair, I believe his name was?
His name was on Thessarian's tongue as one of the possible members of the summit. But as I understand, Sir Elias is quite busy leading his people across the waters towards Tursil. He could not be pulled away from his duties.
So he does exist. He's just not coming.
He does exist.
We met someone impersonating him, and I just wanted to make sure that what that person told us about him was partially true, it
I
seems.
see. It is possible that Elias...
You actually remind me a lot of the man who impersonated Elias.
Do I really?
In a weird twist of fate, yes.
That would be... First, I've been told I remind someone of another living soul. I will take that as a compliment. Thank you. And I will leave you now. But let me know if you should need me. Any of these mages can fetch for me, and I will make sure that my time is available for you. You too, Broggy.
Thanks, man.
Broggy, I would say you're welcome to stay with me, but I believe my bedroom is not that big. In my Bastion wing.
I appreciate it's the thought that counts, man.
And there's not really many comfy places to sit. There's a lot of books if you can fashion a bed out of books. But
Drozad arguably has a place that you could sleep. I don't know how comfortable it would be, but we could accommodate as much as possible.
You know, man, you don't need to worry about me. I'm used to roughing it,
And he kind of just sits down right there and lays down and
I can even sleep right here if you want.
I think he's like the middle of a walkway.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't
Yeah.
even
No,
step
exactly.
off the walkway. He's just right there.
He's in the teleportation
Student
circle.
nose deep in a book, trips over you, stumbles. Oh, that's not for sleeping, but make yourself at home.
You should always be aware of your surroundings. You test. You failed. Do better next time.
By the time he trips
We'll
over
take
me, I'm
those
already
words
sleeping.
to heart.
That was a test. You failed.
Never take a
Supposed to
stranger's
stand
words
up
to
to
heart.
I'll get it next time, I promise. So, to fast forward things.
Yeah.
Each of you can complete a Bastion turn, even though you just got your Bastion. We can say that the workers here have been working diligently on your stuff, whatever you've deigned your Bastion to do. We did discuss a bit before the session, so we can kind of steamroll through it, but we'll take this one at a time. Valoth, what has come of your Bastion turn?
I think seeing the sending stones that we got and gave to Gribzik, he thinks it'd be, especially given how Thessarian does not know how sending works, no matter what Apollo says, and likes to ask questions in response to sending.
Right.
He'll have his arcane study in the hirelings that work in there create another set of sending stones, one half to leave here in the Bastion with either Thessarian or Apollo, either one really. And then adjacent to the arcane study in the library, he'll have, even though we're about to go and get it, and we have someone who's seen it, he'll have them research anything they can find on the Ice Fang.
Okay.
Because while Ularos knows where it is and has perceivably wielded it before,
Mm-hmm.
He may not know exactly how it functions or works or anything like that.
Okay.
So any extra information we can glean about the Ice Fang.
So before we move on from that, I believe you get 3 previously unknown facts.
Yep.
From that research.
Yeah.
Given your chat with Thessarian before you all ventured into Tuck's tomb, one of his understudies has been researching diligently and is able to find some information you didn't have before. First of all, in researching Zave's history with the weapon specifically, he realized that although Zave possessed the weapon for a long number of years, she was never seen using it for some reason. He found that distinctly odd. Additionally, some literature appears to refer to the blade as a she. Literature is consistent in that.
Good.
But it may not mean anything necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, its resonant ringing was often confused for song. Though it that may also be
More fable than fact.
more fable than
Okay.
fact.
Okay. Cool. Well, Valoth, while the other stuff that I'm about to describe is going on, he will be pouring through these notes and kind of discussing with everyone about those things.
Okay.
Just down from the library, right? Because my Bastion's a tower, so I like to think that like the study,
It's stacked.
yeah, like maybe the study's at the top, library, then it's scriptorium,
Mm-hmm.
and then the teleportation circle room that we came out of. So in the scriptorium, as he's working his way back down to the bottom, he will have them make a dispel magic scroll.
Okay.
Since that is on the cleric spell list, to give to Drazad to use.
Once again, a Vidnikan understudy is hard at work.
Yeah. And then he will stop at the teleportation circle and talking to some of the wizards that may be manning this station, asking them if they might be able to find any extra help, any other wizards that don't currently reside in Vidnika to aid in.
Oh, yes, our eyes are always peeled to budding talents throughout the continent. Should we send for someone for you?
Yes, I would very much like that. I pre-rolled. I failed, so no one comes.
I shall send a missive.
And he throws a bird, and the bird just like falls straight to the ground. And Val's like, okay, maybe whenever the next person's on duty, I'll ask them.
Odd, what are you doing with your Bastion?
We had a mine. One of my things is a mine, so those guys come with hey man, we've been hard at work. They're covered in soot, like top to bottom. There's a couple doors. We've been hard at work, and this is what we got for you. And they produce one giant diamond.
Ooh, nice
like
roll.
A 500 gold piece gemstone. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, "It's all we found, though. Been digging for a week."
I like to think that the mines aren't necessarily like traditional mines. They are because Vidnika is full of ruins.
Right.
So they are like literally exploring collapsed ruins, pulling apart rubble, and they found this massive diamond that might have at one time been being stored as some sort of spellcasting component.
Gotcha. So I check in with them, and then I go to, oddly enough, a library wing in my section where there's a
What does Odd's library look like compared to Valos?
completely different.
Valis is neatly stacked, but like where the table where people are reading books are like strewn everywhere because he's like haphazardly reading things.
Oz is like a video store, a la Blockbuster or something like that, with posters all over the place, big tapestries that tell like big tales, and we have a library of ballads and tomes and like songs and stuff like that, so where we can like trace back information through the songs people sang.
I mean, literally, yeah, through like oral tradition. That makes a lot of sense. I like that.
What I had asked them to research was a way to specifically look into the cinder that plagues the people of Zealous.
Yeah.
And maybe glean any type of way to solve that riddle or clues to solve that, to get rid of that.
A talented apothecary who is studying potions has been researching the topic for you, and she makes you aware that Cinder has been something they've long studied. They have been after the secrets regarding both its magical power and its curse-like nature for a long time, but since she has been able to gather up all of their resources, she has some new information for you. She said that Cinder...
Read things by chance?
Read things. Cinder can be cured by leaving the land, although the life that is lost while residing there is permanently lost. So your lifespan doesn't go back up to full. I mean, you're basically, if you leave when you're 6, you might still live close to a full life, you know. She said that removing the curse permanently would likely involve some manner of powerful divine blessing, because it does present itself as a curse. And she presents this really as a third fact, but it is what has informed the second fact. Even the giants were unable to remove the curse. In fact, they abandoned that section of the continent not long after it began to ravage their people.
I'm gonna tell her you did a great job. Let's try and focus on where the curse came from and how it was put on the land, and maybe that'll give us clues into how we can get rid of it. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, we can definitely do that. I think you may actually want to talk to some of the Zealots about it. They might know more than we could ever discover here. As I understand, one of their leaders is attending the summit.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then Oz gonna move on to the other wing. That's a training area, and basically with some of the people that are there, is going to give some instruction and have like a training session.
Okay.
On weapon usage, and pick up a weapon mastery while I'm there.
Got it. A blade singer wizard is teaching the class and is
perfect.
able to
he doesn't get weapon masteries either.
Yeah.
Between us two, we figure it out.
Yeah, well, he doesn't get weapon masteries. He's showing you how to make use of the weapon as a magical, as sort of a caster rather than as a traditional warrior, because he's had to learn how to do the same thing.
Gotcha. And then the last thing, we're gonna finish at the hall that you talked about, the Great Hall, and I'm gonna go up to another one of the dwarves, maybe the miners who like come and hang out, and he's probably
Minor, I hardly know her.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I can't stop.
a miner.
Oh.
Got him. But I'm gonna check with him, and he's probably carving and making little horns and things like that, that for the kids and stuff that they blow in musical instruments. And then I'm gonna say,
Zeus.
yeah. So I'm gonna tell him, could you make something for me?
I think I could craft something for you.
And I'll pull my shield off my back, and I'll show him, and I'll be like, make me a small one of these.
Aye, I'll get to work on it.
Yeah, next time. I'll come back and check with you next time. So next time, it's going to be a Horn of Valhalla that summons a little spiritual Zave.
Got it.
For this time, he's going to get drunk and and cause a big party, and beer, mead is going to flow for everybody, and I'm going to take the +2 con.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say that
Plus of health.
that although you were quite tired coming back, you know to celebrate your victories when you have them.
And I'm
so
playing on the stage, and
you do celebrate. And I would say that although this is a quote unquote college town, these mages are not used to a party lifestyle, and they party like they have never before.
Yes, perfect.
Drazad,
Like a rock.
Yes.
what are you doing with your?
Yes. So, Drazad's room is basically, obviously, you see the smithy with the forge in it. And I also have a sacristy, which is basically kind of just built in with the smithy because, honestly, the smith is my holy place. I had my little minions running around, and you see me kind of strapping on. They first turn from the smithy was Gauntlets of Ogre Power.
Okay.
Damn. And now Drazad needs a +1 shield. Okay, this regular old shield, not to polish my scales a little bit. Let's go. And so that will be the next turn, is I'll have a +1 shield. Being
As you command, Forge Master Drazad.
Drazad thought so. That is what. There, honestly, Drazad probably at this point would have had a little bit of respect for Maryland's automatons, and I would say they're all roughly made automatons that are helping me out.
Okay.
The sacristy, I will pray for a pearl of power.
Ooh,
and then
very nice.
Get a potion of greater healing started.
Okay.
More towards the back, you'll kind of see a staircase descend with a metal iron bar grating on it. I also have a mine, so I'll head down there. And let me. Oh, thank you.
He's gotcha.
D100's ready to go. It's a 46, so that's 3 random 100 gold piece gemstones and 2 50-piece ones. So I'll do that later. Or I'll pick the gemstone. I'll get the gemstone.
Yeah.
But also in this mine, you see kind of a little table tucked off to the side. And I like to imagine a little goblin, full Hogwarts style in Gringotts. I'm sitting there, and he's like, Hey, what are you doing here? We're not doing the gambling yet. And Drazad will respond with, well, why not? You should be. Drazad, he needs his money. Come on. And I'll do the gambling hall.
Hey, you know what? These rich wizards ain't gonna rob themselves.
They need somewhere to play. They need something to kill time, to have fun with. We might as well give it to them.
I comes into your casino with a 500 gold piece diamond.
Let's go. Yes.
At the time went off.
Does your casino have blackjack?
Drazad's casino will have whatever you need.
We're always playing blackjack.
Listen, we have a whole mine down here that is apparently
player,
connected to 3 other mines. We got this.
I also feel like it's connected to everyone's basements, and that's really where they found the diamond.
Yeah.
I also like to think that the goblin's entire gambling hall is just rock, paper, scissors. Competitive
tables.
rock, paper, scissors.
Double or nothing.
I get 40 gold.
You're gonna have the Smash the Creation game.
Oh, absolutely. That was Drazad's
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
game. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Break even.
break
Break even. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then at that point, I'll go back up to the smithy and preparing to rest. He'll just kind of curl up on top of the forge and kind of begin to let out a light purr.
I know he's not a lizard, but like a little. Well, I guess like a dragon sleeping atop his hoard.
Yes.
Do you molt?
Drazad, no. I mean, everyone molts, I guess, if technically you think about it.
Valve like looks at him.
Touche. Touche.
No, Vala takes out his glasses.
I'm molting currently.
Yeah.
An eczema.
Oh,
He'll
look at all the skin
feel,
flakes.
Hold on, Drazad's shoulder has been itching late, and he'll pull out a blue scale. Hey,
Don't eat
you
it.
know what? There you go, Flora.
Yeah.
There you go.
Broggy, you might think that there's not much for you here, but I'm gonna have you roll a history check for me.
Oh boy.
You were born here. No.
This is your home, Broggy. Nah, the fucking raccoon's here. He's digging in our trash cans. With his little tiny hands. Oh, I saw a
Little
video.
bandit.
I saw a video on Instagram of a raccoon on someone's back deck, and he was adjusting all of their plants. He was going up to him, and he was just, so cute.
A sweet little guy.
I love raccoons. They're so cool.
I'm taking a chat roll because I'm gonna do well in this history check. 24.
Okay. So, as
You
you
did 25 now.
Mm-hmm.
as you sit beneath the stars and continue to watch the goings on of this mysterious city, you've wandered far. You've wandered all over, and you've never seen a place like this. You begin to
With the pipe.
walk a little bit further,
Oral fixation.
trying to get your bearings and understand exactly where this place is. And as you approach the cliffside of one of the plateaus, you look over and see a sea of white clouds as the sun is just beginning to set. It's quite beautiful. And as you gaze over the edge, every once in a while you see those clouds part. And down, far, far below, you see a crescent-shaped island. And suddenly you know exactly where you are. Down below you is your home. What started this entire adventure. Somehow, by venturing far, you have arrived exactly where you meant to be all along. The Vidnikan Plateau. A place where your kind would have laughed at your dream to come here. Knowing this and feeling that warmth swelling up in your heart, you hear a voice. You did it, man. You made it. Pretty cool place, huh?
And so like before the clouds part, I'm kind of just like, kind of like ogling at it. But as soon as they part, Broggy kind of like starts to tear up. And then whenever Moonwith says you did it, man, I'm like, we did it, man. We did it.
Yeah. So like, what do you want to do, Matt? Now, man?
Oh,
You know, man, I got this way, and by not having a plan, man, and I kind of just want to keep on keeping on, man. And I like these guys, so I think I'm gonna just go wherever the wind takes me, man. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a good plan. Not having a plan, man. Sometimes not having a plan is the best plan.
I think so. And you know what they say, the real treasure is the friends you made along the way, man.
They do say
As
that.
Odd walks by with his big ass diamond, he's like, I got a treasure.
I got a pickle. I got a pickle.
As you're walking by,
Balaf's trying to steal it from him.
as you're walking by, you hear the like kind of trail off of their conversation as
Talking to?
Moonwhisk.
a little raccoon standing next to Broggy, turns back towards the sunset sky, looking over the white puffy sea beneath. He goes, "Sick clouds, man."
We get it, you babe.
Flora, what are you doing with your Bastion?
I am so overwhelmed. Wasn't prepared for this. So I did a mine.
It's okay.
It made some gems.
Mhm.
I rolled a 53. And then I have a greenhouse. And I have
A garden.
a garden. And I got a whorehouse that I'm making a house for turtles in.
A whorehouse?
I have a menagerie. I like to
We need to clarify.
Wait.
No, so I'm going to make a home for my little turtles.
Technically, it is a whorehouse for animals.
Yeah, she made some little skimpy outfits for the turtles there.
I imagine that a lot of
They're all Pokemon
your
nurses.
Bastion is
Like-
not necessarily like neatly organized into rooms. It's just sort of like an open air
Forest. kind
forest.
of. Yeah. And so I have like my garden and my greenhouse kind of all in
Blends
same
together.
space. Yeah. I'm not going into detail right now.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
talk
okay.
about it off stream.
Yeah, I imagine you're able to find some space for your turtles.
Mhm.
Someone who is very well versed in nature and natural life.
I do want to make sure that my Bastion looks as close to Ashen as possible, though.
Okay, so very jungle-like.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I would imagine it feels quite similar to the Zashitan shores, where many of the trees with the huge trees with gnarled roots have had land beneath them sort of eroded away. So they have this sort of cavern-like hole beneath them, and that is sort of the roof of your structure. Yeah. So now that all of you have taken your first Bastion turn, using some actually custom Bastion rules. If you guys are interested, I have a whole video on it on the channel and some free homebrew you can download. We are going to take a quick break and be back in about 10 minutes. So don't go nowhere, because when we come back, things are finally going to start heating up on the Vidnikan Plateau. See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, terribly sorry. I didn't know anyone would be here while the stream was running. Give me a moment to tidy up. It's much better. Well, while you're here, we might as well take a moment to thank all of our members for supporting the channel and bringing this stream to life. A huge thanks to Tides of Mo, Brett Venable, Tabletop Beard, Grim Reaper, Atmos Seeker, Justinian of Darkport, Angel Jobert, XIVM, Corey of Darkport, Angel of Darkport, Drazadi, Anthony Pace, Memebot 69000, Dutin 103, Devin Beard, Zebek Longfang, Lil Tired, Jason Miller, Defiant Chaos, Wilfredo Figueroa, Ruby Rod, Sam Huffpower, Daniel Struve, Agile Monk, Moon Goose McQueen, Jude Eshett, J. O'Hearn, Blade Roller, Niz, Mr. Giaton, JC93, Replicator 5th, Boomstick, Liminal Entity, Matthew Aguirre, HD Siles, Goomy Knight, Jason96, Iggylicious, JJ Sasquatch, Daniel J. Colby, Fables D20, Apocalypse Dan, Raja RM, Padfoot, Hatter 101, Nia Yuki, Wisdra, Chance Brewer, Mike G, A Bat Boy with Internet, Oncoming Traffic, Ryan Hereth, Luso American, Frederico Navarro, Spork Saber, Dice Quick, Leo Hale, Bardic Aggro, Duncan Massey, Ira Wing, Damon Moore, Max T, Misfit, Renee Asma, Monsters Mother, Biscuits and Gravy, Fated Caliber, Jasko, Trevor Neal, Kathy Evans, Gideon X, Little Cute Maple, Rice in Soup, Poppy Cooper Support, Michi Kapua, Joseph Pratt, Fallen Knight, Adam, Chuck, Brian Capraro, Autolife, Havoc, Martin Webb, Chris G, Gary Flagler, Curtis Ellis, Majority of One, Ambitious Aiden, Super Thorko, Tana Lefalette, Sildari, Aaron Barelgan, Triforce Samurai, Avery Cunningham, Dadbod Napgood, Redacted, The Azure Sky, Bacon and Vodka, Elijah Lloyd, DM Greg, Terrence Thompson, Big Head Bro, O4C, Thomas Image, Corv, Killer Kitty, Lions, Joshua Cutter, High Sierra, Turt Zulz, Leonidas Kyra, MJR, Niklon Oxendy, Wayne Webster, Aaron B, Hero G9000, Mini Warlord, John Shearer, Maze, Frederick Bolton, Rub My Beard, Carmine Graves, Ninja King 365, Mysterious Observer, Brett Gidry, Donna Janvo, Craig H, Jaden Thomas, Kaladi, Mitkel Storian, John Washburn, State of the State, Rick D, Coddle, Kyrie Williams, Jeremiah Larrabee, L. McKinsey, Dead Reckoner, Gooby Shark, Prodigy X40, Amy Paradis, Spaceboy, Fellow Nerd, Scorched Inferno, Matthias Alfonso, Corbin Dallas, Tom Lithgow, Felipe Paiva, Chuck, Austin, JJ Terra JJ, Alicia F, Juggler John, Andrew Schaefer, Plant Person, Erudite DM, Darth Melkor, The Bluey One, Robert is a Painter, Balbu Volbu, Robert Styles Click, Lisa, Salisbury Suede, Orion the 11B, Mike Roth, Ragnarok CZD, Nicole F, Old Grey Man, David Shaw, Butterknife, Almighty Zeus, Cynthia Rosa, Godwin, Grief Steep, James DeBoer, Blaine Dexter, HGJ Hahn, Michael Barlett, Justin Shaw, Charlie Gardner, Brendan Sparrow, Airless Quill, Wesley Gouge, Richter Belmont, Greg O'Leary, Hiroshi T, Iloculot, Claudio Mendez, Gordon Roddy, Debonair Gaming, Magpie from Mars, William Mihalkik, A Series of Curious Runes, Justice Keats Fitzgerald, Tyler Dan, Tracy Pujol, Anubis Magic, Seedsay Haldig, Everett McMahon, Rafal Sechowski, Tanzam Tonda, Darking JN, Kendrick Valentine, Evan Atkins, and Mr. Noble. You know, members get tons of unique benefits as well, like these weekly shoutouts and emojis that they can use in the stream chat, and a heaping helping of chaos points that can be used to, well, perhaps it's better to show you.
The most exciting feature for our live streams has come to YouTube. You can now roll dice live to help us in our adventures by using chaos that's built up by watching and interacting with the stream. All you need to do is keep an eye out for earning instructions that appear on our stream, and then spend those points by typing in the commands that correspond to the dice you'd like to roll. This feature is always available, no matter what campaign we're playing in, so be sure to hop in and help out our players because, well, they're gonna need it.
Greetings, viewers. Bramble Backfoot hopping by to let you know about our monthly homebrew packet issued to all those brave enough to join the ranks of our prestigious order. With a plethora of items, monsters, mechanics, and more, it's easier than ever to bring chaos home to your table. So become a member and let's fight the forces of evil together. Thank you, you're all too kind and the drinks are on me tonight! Ha 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 ha! Oh, you must not have enabled gifted memberships! Let me show you how. Ha 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 ha! What you'll want to do is make your way over to our channel page and then add /allow_gifts. From there, you can turn on the toggle for free stuff and join in the chaos. Ha ha ha! Now for my next tune, a little ditty about a dead necromancer named Pinky.
Hello, Drazad here. Oh my god, you have got to come check out all of our wares. We have so many different things. Help support the stream and get yourself some new magic items as well over at the Constructed Chaos store.
Greetings to all my bearded brothers out there. I'm Alex, also known as Constructed Chaos on YouTube, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Tabletop Beard. This family-owned beard oil company is run by three brothers that have combined two great loves of mine. tabletop RPGs and beard care. And it makes a lot of sense because, as I'm sure many of you know, growing and maintaining a healthy beard can be an adventure all its own. I started my quest back before I was even on YouTube, and I guess you could say I was stuck at level 1 for a while, constantly itching my way through life with a wild and unkempt beard and just trusting hairspray and regular shampoo to get the job done. Believe me, I was rolling nat 1s on just about every charisma check I made at that point. But eventually I started trying various beard care products like oils, butters, and balms, and I found some that worked well enough, but none of them really tied into my backstory. Not to mention my wife was constantly complaining about the smell. Then I was put on to the products from Tabletop Beard, and let me tell you, it was a match made in heaven. Or hell, depending on what kind of flavor you prefer. These guys use a premium oil blend of meadow foam seed, rosehip, golden jojoba, argan, avocado, and sunflower oils to create the most high-quality product that contains no cheap filler or artificial oils that you typically want to steer clear of. And each scent has been expertly crafted and matched to a familiar TTRPG style, so you know exactly the kinds of vibes you're putting out without the scents being too mundane or too overpowering. To top it off, all their products, oils, butters, and balms are made in small batches, so the quality control is top-notch, and so is the customer service. They're always looking for new ways to meet and exceed customer needs, and I've even heard that they have some new ideas cooking up behind the scenes. So consider this your session 0 and take some time to check out Tabletop Beard today. Truly, they're the only starting equipment that you need for your own successful beard care journey. Bear Dritz here, letting you in on a little-known ranger secret that'll keep you satiated in the wild, even when you have no rations left. Ew, not that. I'm talking about subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. It's easy to miss the signs of a stream going live if you're not prepared. So make sure to do that and... What was that? Hold it right there, adventurer. We're looking for some deviants that refuse to like this video while they're still watching. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this heinous crime, would you? Well then, as you were, but stay out of trouble.
In a world of darkness exists Jeramentum, a beacon of hope in the realm of Terra. Our heroes, all with unique pasts, live here and are connected by a common destiny to protect the dream. Welcome to Darkeport, an actual play production company. Our inaugural dark fantasy D&D campaign, Gold, Green, and Red, is inspired by the lived experience of War Medic and GM Angel Gamble. Subscribe to us now on YouTube. Live episodes stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
It appeared out of thin air when they found it, as if by the will of the plains themselves. A curious and mysterious bauble that has turned up time and time again throughout the ages. Some have studied it all their lives, hoping to unravel its uniquely fascinating magical properties. Many more have used its power for their own, though all falling victim to fate in the end. Now, it calls to you. By chance, by destiny, by desire, it matters not. It calls to you, and it calls to be cast from your palm, so that it might deliver unto you the unknown wonders held within.
How much longer are they going to... Oh!
Excuse me. Are they still not back? Wait there just a moment. I'll fetch them for you. The little chaos gremlins. You have people waiting, you know!
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a great break. I talked to the peasants while on break.
We prayed.
They prayed to God, so chat. You guys have been asking for a very long time for a way to gift rare items, and I've intended to make that for you for quite a while. But I was waiting specifically until the players got their Bastion. So I am happy to announce, starting next session, you will be able to gift rare items to the players now that we have an entire army of little wizards running
underlings
around to help craft those items. So can't wait to see what you're able to get in the hands of these players. They already have a lot of really good magic items, but the rare ones are a tier all their own. So looking forward to that. Now, as we rejoin our heroes, the summit is 2 days hence, leaving you all with a little bit of time to do anything you'd like to do on the Vidnika Plateau leading up to the summit. Maloth, in particular, I believe we spoke about something.
Yeah. I want to go and inspect the statue of Sarnorin and his staff, which we now know is the Staff of Wrath. Wrath. Specifically to kind of see, based on my time with the staff, if how accurate it is, and then from that, maybe correct what needs correcting and use it to kind of help study and figure out a way to potentially siphon the power from it. So should we run into the dragon again, I know the staff is kind of incorporated into their body, or at least the magics of it are somewhat incorporated into the body of the dragon. Thinking of a way to potentially kind of slow the dragon down, essentially, the next time we see it, or siphon some of that power away.
Okay. As you wander the pathway towards the quarry, you find a mausoleum. It's silent, save for the soft hum of latent magic that seems to pulse through the stone itself. Dust motes hang frozen in light, and ahead of you looms the statue, the great Sarnorin, carved in cold white stone, umbric staff in one hand. You step closer, eyes narrowing on the staff's etched length. 12 runes that you are now all too familiar with spiral down its surface. To wield them all is to bend the unbendable. Make an Arcana check. A very important Arcana check. Choose the dice wisely.
Is this pre or post rest?
This would be post, I suppose, if you would like to.
These are my port roll. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, chat.
Yeah, my port rolls weren't good, and neither was
You guys have us well stocked, so we're spoiled for choice here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a 14 for a 23.
Okay. You've had the staff in your possession before and taken some time to look it over, but
it's even in my notebook as well.
Your mind was clouded then.
Mm-hmm.
Intruded, even. It was hard to focus on clear thoughts. You know from your adventures and your studies that power follows rules. If there are 12 runes, then perhaps there can be 12 to balance. The Wardens of Wrath, Zealous' infamous tiefling stewards of destruction and will, could be more than enemies. They could be keys, or weapons, or both. you come to understand that wielding the staff allows you to control all 12 Umbric portfolios, if you will. It stands to reason that its power could be matched by the 12 wardens, potentially.
And some of those wardens, or at least one of them, is coming to the summit.
That is what you've heard.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, ew. One of the ones from Zealous?
Yeah.
They don't like us too much.
So they can potentially kind of
Oh yeah, that's right.
draw each of their individual runes
Forgot about
power away from the dragon, or counteract the pull of the power from Zealous.
Perhaps.
Okay.
And while you ponder this in the mausoleum of the Great Sarnoran, your allies get a full night's rest, as you only need 4 hours. Within the safety of your respective halls, you each find sleep. It feels strange to be so connected to a single slice of Solem after wandering from place to place for so long. The moment drapes over you like a blanket on a cold night. Some of you, this is a new experience. For others, it is pleasantly familiar. And for you, Drazad, calls to mind the one place you ever truly felt at home. And you drift back there and sleep. I'm going to ask everyone but Drazad to leave the room. In your dream, you wander through the silent streets of Svathmar, expecting heat, the rhythmic ring of hammers, the scent of molten metal. But there is only stillness. The anvils are cold, tools abandoned. The air hangs thick with soot and something else. What do you do?
I would begin to start looking if there's anybody on the streets or in around. If any of the forges are lit or burning out, anything like that, that would show signs of, life or somebody around.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
That is an 11.
With your 11, you're not able to find any lit forges, any signs of anyone still being here. Not so much as a cold meal left to rot. But after some searching, you near the obsidian caves, where obsidian is mined from. And a murmur stirs. It's very faint, and you can't quite hear what it is, but you hear the pained cries of someone ringing out. What do you do?
Do I recognize the voice?
Make a history check. Say with your perception check, it will require that history check just because you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was rough. Much better. That is a 24 for history.
As you get a little bit closer to inspect it and try to place the voices, you do recognize them. There are more than one. At least one of them you can hear sounds like the timbre of the Forge Master.
Oh, I would rush into the mine.
Okay. The dark of the cavern is pitch, as you recall. A deep blackness seems to swallow light as you enter, and only the voices remain. Not cries for help, but a rising chant. What do you do?
I would still be walking pretty fast, but as the chanting kind of comes forward, I think Drazad would slow down a little bit.
Okay.
Having trepidations and maybe even considering chanting being like cult ish behavior would slow down slightly.
Make a religion check.
Uh, 24.
Nice. You slow down, but move towards it so you can understand the words a bit better. Boots echoing on the stone. The voices grow clearer. They are indeed ritualistic. We will shape to your will. We toil in the dark. Hyraxis be praised. Their tones are fervent, almost reverent. You descend deeper. The walls sweat heat. But the voices keep calling you forward. Till suddenly, they stop. What do you do?
If they all of a sudden cut off, I would probably still walk a little bit further and kind of be listening and trying to figure out. I think I would still move slowly forward ahead, trying to at least see somebody or see movement or whatever is making this, where they're chanting from or were.
Okay. Make one final perception check for me.
Well, that rolled by itself. A 7.
You press onwards, blinded by the pitch blackness of the obsidian caves. When suddenly the world lights before you. 2 immense, fiery eyes ignite in the dark, pinning you in place. A voice follows, low and molten, like the world crackling beneath the earth.
Seek me out, Shaper of the Dark Stone.
The heat rises to a roar. A flaming jaw opens wide in the void, rushing towards you. And you wake, gasping, heart pounding, fire still burning behind your eyes. We'll call everyone back in. So as the 5 of you complete your 2 days of well-earned rest, the day of the summit is upon you. It is about midday when Thessarian finds you all. Introduces himself to you, Augie. You see a very old half-elven man in resplendent robes. He introduces himself as Thessarian, the Archmage. And he begins to guide you into one of the taller towers that make up the Vidnikan Plateau skyline.
I hand him the other sending stone, and I'm like,
This will prove quite useful, I think.
so you can ask questions and we can actually respond.
Apologies, I do lose track sometimes.
Fair enough.
I like to visit, you see.
In our minds, I say it is not fair enough.
Yeah. And I would have recast Rary Telepathic Bond so we can talk to each other while we're at the summit and not have them here.
Okay.
So I would, in our minds, also be like, we're going to leave this thing on the ship. We only talk to him when we're on the ship.
What are we leaving on the ship?
The other half of the sending stone.
Oh.
I'm going to keep it on me. That was a joke.
He eventually guides you through this large structure to 2 great doors. He pushes open as they glide with a whisper of magic, revealing a vast domed hall where age and grandeur intertwine. Thessarian strides forward, his steps measured, leading you beneath the towering vaulted ceiling. At the room's heart, an enormous circular table of polished marble gleams, its surface reflecting the shifting skies beyond the towering windows that line every wall. The sea of clouds stretches endlessly in every direction, its rolling wisps casting ethereal shadows that cascade gently over the room. Already seated, Orlaith Pharaoh, greets you with a nod.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
And to her
Still
right
there?
sits Javian Stilk, a man you've only seen twice before.
Javian Stilk?
Yep. He is the representative of the Grixton mainland. His posture, rigid, watchful, suggests he is no stranger to high-stakes diplomacy. Grindel Copperfizz stands nearby him. At first, you're surprised he didn't greet you. His eyes dart away as he turns his nose to the ceiling.
I walk over to him and I'm like, look, and I show him the drawings I made of the mithril phoenix, and I'm like, look, you see?
Got yourself a new set of wheels, did you?
We felt bad about what happened to the
This
last
doesn't
one.
have a wheel
So
like yours.
what I would like to propose is once we are done with it, it's like you gave us the Copper Griffin on loan. We give you repayment.
You think I need some other craftsman, shoddy
No.
workmanship? It does look quite nice, actually.
Yeah, to improve upon.
I'm actually pretty impressed with this.
Who commissioned such a piece, I wonder?
Do you know?
A little goblin, actually.
Oh! Perhaps he'd be interested in
In
an internship. Unpaid, of course.
And the master forgeman of
Yeah.
They just built it, not the
They tried to kill us. No.
You know what happened to the Copper Griffin?
Heard you left it for abandon.
Well, that's not exactly.
Exactly.
true. We may have
That's what you
crashed
do with your
it.
friends when
We-
they're done serving
we-
your needs?
We upgraded the hull, and then someone stole it and pushed it to its limit, and the engine burnt out. So that's why we had to
And
leave
then
it.
the big dragon was coming.
Yeah, so we had to run away before the big dragon got there.
But theoretically, if your locks hold up,
I mean,
it's still where we left it.
well, no, it can't fly, so even if the locks didn't hold up.
Well, wouldn't they self-heal? Oh,
'cause
somebody has some minutes.
No, it's okay.
In our head, I say, Drazad took some pieces out of it.
Look, cut to wherever the Copper Griffin is, and it's on cinder blocks, and the big wheel's gone. It's been stripped apart.
You see Grindel sort of mull it over, and then he...
Well, if you're willing to leave me what you've been using, then I guess we can call it even.
I feel we were gonna give you back the Copper Griffin after anyway, so only fair.
You owe me as much.
I mean, you got us here. You've enabled much of this.
So what's this new one? The copper wyvern?
Mithril Phoenix.
Oh,
That's a good name too.
Because
though.
the old ship, the engine burnt up because of some ne'er-do-wells, and so this one rose from its ashes. Trying to stroke his ego as much as I can.
needs more copper.
Mm-hmm. I mean, phoenixes are red.
Oh,
and,
can we
and
commission-
of copper color?
Hey, think about this. Follow me now. Copper cup holders made by Copperfizz.
The Pyraxes.
As he's
How many can you
pondering...
make?
It was our only complaint about the Copper Griffin.
You see, Zod hesitates and then he goes,
I am trying to take
"That
some
would be
off your
my
list.
to-do list."
Yeah, exactly.
yes,
And I'm like,
yes.
pondering this new commission when suddenly a sharp crack of displaced air charges the atmosphere. A light brown tiefling materializes unceremoniously in an empty chair, stretching as if they'd merely strolled in rather than teleported. They say nothing, only offering a smirk as they lean back in their chair. With a gated stride, Thessarian guides each of you to your own seats around the table before taking his place.
Who was the tiefling?
Yeah, do we recognize the tiefling from Zealous?
You would not have met this one.
So it's not the ice one.
It is not the ice one. They are
Or the one that killed the ice one and took her place.
like a bronze brown colored tiefling.
Oh, this is the zealous.
Is there an element that like?
Yeah, I was like,
is
what
associated?
does he have? Like a crest?
You would see his crest. I don't have my note here, but you'd be able to see it. He'd be brandishing it at this point. It corresponds to crafts, which is essentially transmutation.
Okay.
I just want to note that, like, while all this is going on and, like, y'all are seeing people that you know, Broggy's just like, like acting like he knows anything that's going on, and
He's
like,
tipping his proverbial hat to everyone.
I imagine he's like puffing on his little thing and making like rings like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland.
Bragi, you were given your own chair here as well. So you're being regarded with some import.
For me, man?
and
Of
then
course.
seeing the chair for him, he's like, for me, Bragi starts to tear up.
As I understand it, you may be able to bring allies of your own, but we'll get to that.
Apollo and Marilyn stand on either side of the Saurian, and as the doors then draw your attention, they open once more. A familiar warmth follows. Presence of Luma Krell, the spiritual guide of Zashitan. Her entrance is unhurried, but instead of taking a seat, they stride to Flora's side. Chief.
Oh yeah. I give her a wink and a kiss.
She winks back. It's like this weird thing where her
Yeah.
her eyes are like bulbous, so the eyelid sort of like wraps
Rolls
around it.
rolls forward and comes
You
back.
can see like a bit of gunk sort of hanging on
He
each edge.
shivers.
I'm pleased to see that you're doing well.
Who's talking to me again?
Luma Krell.
Luma Krell, the catfish lady.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Appropriate.
Sorry, what did she say?
I'm pleased to see that you're doing well.
Oh, and you yourself.
As well as I can. The people are restless. But for good reason.
As the air grows heavy, a thick mist suddenly curls at the edges of the chamber, swallowing sound in a muffled hush. A figure emerges, or perhaps she was there all along. Her form slipping into view like moonlight through fog. The Dusk Queen, Elenil Willowwind, takes her seat.
Who?
Her presence appears not entirely of this world, partially transparent, as if caught between realms.
This is the Mistkeep lady, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow, man.
A hush.
I don't remember it.
Because
Oh.
I sending to all of these people.
Elowind, you said?
Elenil Willowwind.
Oh.
Almost like Willowwood.
A hush falls over the room. Whether out of reverence, unease, or sheer anticipation is unclear.
Music.
Saurian breaks the silence nonetheless.
Thank you all for agreeing to meet. As I look out across this gathering, I see a shattered history between us and our people, by extension. I never imagined in all my lifetime that I might see such bitter fruit turn sweet. It is certainly as my late master would have dreamed himself.
Elenil scoffs at the remark.
And so, I believe we owe it to him, our ancestors, our children, and ourselves to align in this most dire hour. Let us begin with,
What of the staff, old man? We've come only to reclaim what's ours. This alliance is only a means to an end.
We have to kill the obsidian weapon breathing undead multiversal dragon to get it because it's inside of the dragon.
And who placed it there, might I ask? Perhaps the ones that stole it from our halls.
The king of Amsford, who is possessed by a multiversal version of Dekarin, who first crafted the staff in this universe. Our universe is Dekarin crafted the staff. He's the original owner of it.
Zod's behind Valal just...
Make a persuasion check. I will say with disadvantage just because it is very hard to track and follow.
I'm going to use a lucky to make it even, a straight roll.
Oh, y'all have heroic too.
I'm going to use my heroic.
that was fast.
Holy crap, dice jail. I'm going to take a chat roll.
Chat roll.
Lord have mercy.
This is what we call quadruple advantage. Yeah.
I rolled a 5 and then a 4 on that dice.
You're on me. Maybe I missed
Is
it.
it persuasion?
Oh, I missed Ruby. I'm sorry.
Carbon, my man.
It's not super green.
Carbon, my man.
There were so many that came in so fast.
I was trying not to stop the whole thing.
That's okay.
I wanted to ask.
Done. Did it.
That'll help us
Thanks,
get
Ruby.
home.
Sorry about that.
Is it persuasion?
Persuasion.
Yes, I'm marking off all the things that I used that didn't actually help me. That is a dirty 20.
Well, perhaps it was theirs then, but they are nowhere here to claim it now, are they?
No, it is definitely yours, but I'm just saying that he's the one who took it and put it in the dragon. He is also now the dragon at the same time. It's
Right, we don't.
it's a
really
little
need the
confusing to
staff.
follow.
So, assuming we can kill this great beast, then you would return the staff to our people.
It does belong to you. That was always the intention, was to keep it out of their hands.
Then it seems perhaps we can reach an agreement.
There's actually a unique possibility that your people might be able to... They're currently using the staff to harness your people's magic, to give them power, and it's my understanding, based on the time that I've spent with your runes, your Umbra runes, that your wardens might be able to block that magic from the dragon when the final confrontation should arise. And it might be privy for you guys who are much more well accustomed to the runes to see if that's possible.
And so we would do the fighting for you.
No, we would do the fighting. You would basically hold him down while we fought him from a distance with your magic blocking.
It'd be like buffing us, you know.
Source.
And
Be buffing the dragon.
Right.
I do believe you would not be alone in your battles. We are here hoping to amass a greater force. Even as we speak, Turasil, Freudan, Eretheos, and even Ardinia sail to make a unified front.
But not Banara has not joined this front.
Banara is shattered. What is left of Weaver Order is assembled in Turasil, yes. But I worry they may not be much of an army,
No,
by traditional speaking.
no, they're not.
Yeah, and also in all fairness, they did do their best to slow the dragon down at its most recent attack in what was the name of that place?
Onladir.
Gonladir.
I understand that is where it's being held now.
Yes, by the Oracle, if where we left it is to be assumed as kind of how it still is being held there, I guess.
Javian now speaks up. And is there any indication as to how long that will last? Tensions are already high in Nivira following the Millstacks disaster. No offense, Marilyn. Would the Republic really be so receptive to war at this time?
I mean, what's the alternative?
Hold up? Shore up our defenses? I am no military strategist.
Do your thing. Show them how that won't work.
Do the thing, Julie.
Yeah, I minor illusion.
Nice. Good reference.
A minor illusion on the table. Me fighting the dragon and everybody else getting knocked out, and then me getting knocked
And
out.
Flint is nowhere to be seen.
That's right. Yeah.
I see.
It's an otherworldly thing. Is
The long name is
Not-
not just for show.
yeah.
All of those words
of
apply.
Gonladir were deep in their minds, and it still ravaged the place.
I am no military strategist, but how would you pose I frame this for the people? It's their wills, not I.
The world is going to end, and
Yeah,
on your
you
side.
need to help us.
Well, I would frame it this way. You have one chance, and your result could be to die and become a slave of this dragon, but that's going to happen either way. At least you have one chance to try and save your friends, your countrymen, and your children.
And a better chance if we all work together rather than holding up and waiting for the dragon to pick everyone off one by one.
Make a persuasion check. I was going to ask for it, don't worry.
These dice roll. I'm gonna take a dice roll.
Thanks, Chad.
Thanks, Chad. I appreciate you, Chad. 26.
With your 26, your logic parses well enough, but Javian still maybe doubts the motivations of the people. But your words stir something in Orlaith as she now leans forward. War is coming, like it or not.
Hey, Orlaith, how's things going back in Earth?
Oh, they're going. We're preparing for war.
Yeah.
And it all stems from the same root issue that caused the strife in Nivira in the first place. Surely the people will see the merit in that.
Javian sort of shrugs, and with your combined political intrigue assault, Javian begins to understand that he may be able to sway the people to join the fight. And as all of you have spoke but one of you, eyes then turn to the Dusk Queen. I feel your eyes upon me. You should know, if we do fight, we fight for the sake of the damned, not the living. Being that the threat now marches from Imsford, we would also seek to reclaim our domain from ages past. Imsford is to be no more, and Mistkeep will expand to encompass all their lands.
Do we have a representative from Imsford here?
No, they're the ones attacking everyone.
Yeah, no, but I didn't know if like any of them got away and like there was like a resistance or something.
But that is also not necessarily. That hesitates to use the word fair.
Imsford is hardly more than a shattered bureaucracy at this point. Their king is dead. Their line is ended. Their most trusted advisor turned out to be exactly what they thought they were fighting.
What happens if we defeat the dragon and the spell is lifted on all of these Imsfordians?
That is a problem.
Imsfordites.
Imsfordites? I like that.
Imsfordites.
Yeah.
That is a problem for the living, not for me.
I mean, would you
Right, they're all living.
allow the facilitation of them to move first, or would you just assume the entire land, all of their...
Trust me, I'm with you. Like,
Yeah.
they have, before they became undead servants of this multiversal undead dragon, they visited horrible atrocities on all of the West.
They were opportunists, swooped in at the end of the last great war, and stole out from under our noses the land that we cherished. We were too few in number to challenge them before, and have been since. I simply want what was ours back, as you have given to your tiefling friend.
I
Was the staff.
I would like to gauge the room and kind of see, like, is everyone else kind of like, that's a little
Ooh,
much,
yeah,
or are they
yeah.
kind of like, oh yeah, sure.
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
You roll?
I don't think so. You might have to restart.
Ah, good dice, good dice, good dice.
14. There you go.
Thank you.
I have an idea.
Ira.
My insight's 23.
23. As you look out across everyone, you see that most of them. You can tap the thing a bunch of times, Morgan. There you go. You see that most of them are a bit turned off to the fact that they are angling their help, which admittedly is a small force, for a large swath of land, whether it was theirs or not. Even in elven lifetimes, this was several lifetimes ago.
Right.
What would you provide to the fight? I know the Zealots, they pose a very key role in this fight against the dragon.
The dragon commands the armies of the undead, does he not?
Yes, I know some of them are undead and some of them are living, but yes.
We might have a distinct advantage over those undead enemies, you'll find that any one of our soldiers would fight like 20.
I mean, I can't see, like, you know, I'm talking to you on the side. I'm
Yeah,
like,
well, we have the telepathic bond.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't blame him. Like,
It is a lot, though, and everyone else seems to be
So
a
with
little distasteful of their greed, and I don't want to,
Yeah. I mean, how would they even like it?
what's the saying?
That is kind of what Drazad was going to ask.
Population of Mistborn.
How does like the Mistkeep veil, if you will, bless you? Do you anticipate expanding your realm, or is it just like a political expansion of the realm, if you will?
We would pull our lands back into the mists where they belong.
Okay, so
Yeah,
all
that
of
is kind of, I
Imsford
think,
would
the
just
problem.
be
Yeah, gone,
pretty much.
basically.
Unaccessible, right?
Which Drazad would
Only
say
to
is
those that we deem
Right.
But
outsiders.
but
Why
not
don't-
not just the capital, because as I understand it, that's where the runes are, and that's where your ancestral home is.
Our lands expanded far beyond the capital. But the capital is the problem, yes. Imsford would never willingly relinquish their seat of power.
I would be willing for that capital to come back, because a lot of the knowledge gained from those ruins is what started this whole mess. That is what Elwind was studying there, were those specific ruins. Would
And
you
also-
be willing to be limited to the capital and the lands that connect Mistkeep to the capital?
Like a bridge of sort.
or even split the land between Mistkeep and Zealous.
That
I
would
mean,
make
the Zealots
y'all
have
a
also
very
been
powerful
dealing with
trade
lifetimes
partner
of
to all of everything west of the,
I wouldn't offer that to
the
them.
mountains, middle of the continent.
I was going to have you roll a persuasion check. However, when you mention the advantage of being a trade partner, you see her expression shift from a ponderance to frustration.
Oh,
You think we need anything from any of you?
that's not my intention though. Just saying that's a large piece of land that would separate the
We
continent.
care not for trade. We want what was ours.
Why? Okay, not to not to attempt to raise any tensions by any means, because Drazad would consider this a peaceful situation. Why are you so aggressive when we are trying to figure out how to literally save the current Mistkeep and what would potentially be the future Mistkeep? Could we not decide this later, after the dragon is dead, and we are sure that there is even a Mistkeep still there to protect?
Because you outsiders have already caused us so much grief. What have we done in all this?
Were you not the people who fostered Dekarin and Elwind, who both were linchpins in creating this? Again, not trying to shift blame, but you're trying to pass the buck like as if you have nothing to do with this.
We
doesn't
exiled them
involve
from our lands.
all of
the
us.
fact that you, in your infinite wisdom, allowed them to thrive sounds like a problem for you.
Yeah, you made them other people's problem.
Right.
Our problem, and now we're trying to fix it.
You basically had the parasite and said, let's throw this in the trash, and it
I
flourished.
would like to stress that I am not trying to shift the blame. I'm saying that we all have blame to share. The staff that was Zealous's, the people that were yours, the army that was of the mortal realm. It's kind of all of ours fault and all of our problem, and we all need to come together to fix it. And you're acting as if you have no part. Not saying that you have all of part, but you do have some part to play in this.
Like you are just some blessing.
It's like the
to
rest
be
of
here.
us.
Make a persuasion check.
Shit.
There's a nat 20 in the chat.
Yeah, just
Actually, I'll do better if I take a plus. Because I only have a +1. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take an
yeah.
8. That's gonna put me at 23 total.
I cast bless right now.
But we have a
At the
heroic.
very least, I believe we have an agreement. In a set, will become ours.
Yeah.
That is where the bulk of our
Rightfully
ruins were
so.
located.
And I think it best to be protected from more people who would seek to use it for what Elwind and Acorn did.
I am not, though I may not have a pulse, I do have a heart. I will allow the people living there to relocate. You have Mistkeep's alliance, however brief you may. And as the entire table begins to come together, Flora, you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Give me the hat back, Jordan.
Judo chop.
Yeah.
Macrell leans in. You are the chief, of course. But as spiritual guide, I would offer you my perspective.
Yeah, I'm not doing a great job standing up for Zashitan right now, am I?
The people...
It's in Zashitan land.
We're trying to convince everyone to help. You have to decide if Zashidan's going to help.
I know, I just forgot that I'm the chief.
The people have their grievances, of course, but they respect the rule of their new leader. Most of them do not wish to sit idly by while you fight their battles for them. Ushti is one thing. She is but a child. But the rest of your tribe, they are warriors. They would fight, and fight well. Perhaps this could be the first step in integrating Zashi warriors to a larger stage.
I think you make an excellent point. I think it's time that Zashitan fights as well.
Unprecedented. So we would have the aid of the Zashi as well. Perhaps, if that is what you wish to do, it may be quicker for you to follow the heels of the army rather than sail around the continent. Your army could approach from the rear. Attack them at their heels when the battle begins. Surround them.
Forgot I was speaking for a whole damn country. I knew that we were coming to the summit. Forgot that I was a chief. Wasn't prepared. So
That's okay.
We are fighting Imsford.
And the
You're-
dragon.
Fighting Imsford and the
dragon-
dragon and Kin Matoro by extension.
Imsford is on the side of the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know why?
Well,
Because
It's
Through manipulation, lies, and...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was getting.
And Elwind.
the socio-political economic standing
Did
of...
we not kill that motherfucker?
Yeah, but he kind of like basically was like, our king is dead. We should go fight. And they're like, yeah. And then the dragon showed up, and the dragon's
We're
like,
like,
let's go
"King!"
fight. And they're like, yeah,
Got
a
it.
dragon on
so
our
they
side.
were they were previously
Yeah.
manipulated into fighting by something else.
Yeah.
So
All right, then Laura will.
Oh, because
Yeah. So
Some threats and
all coming together.
I mean, if the Zashi are good at anything, it's acting on the element of surprise. We ourselves experienced that the South Shores of Zashitan. So I think trying to approach them from the rear when they're least expecting it may be our best option. Yep, I had a hard time getting that sentence out, Brett.
Ew.
Ew.
And as far as I understand, it leaves but two potential allies. First, Broggy. I know we have not known each other long.
Are you a chief too, man?
Bro's like,
You
yeah,
speak for the
actually,
truth, yeah.
I run the entire
Yeah.
island.
Froggy speaks for the trees.
Yeah.
But I understand that you hail from the Orc tribes beneath the plateau.
That's correct, man.
Has their feeling, their sentiment towards our being here changed in recent years?
You know, man, I haven't been down to my island in quite some time. I've kind of, gone my own way, but you know, man, I'd be lying if I said that they felt pretty great about you guys.
I see. It is to be expected. It was lifetimes ago, but we are intruders upon this land. In the small amount of time that we have, perhaps I can attend a meeting with your tribe as a guest.
Think that could go a long way, man.
We here at the Vidnikan Plateau have ways to move troops our distance in a short amount of time, but we are not frontline fighters. I believe our efforts combined could be a good backup force in the event that it becomes necessary.
You know, man, not all my people are like Broggy, man. I don't really like to fight, but they're kind of always looking for an excuse, man.
And perhaps we can reach an agreement there. Rizad, I hate to ask this of you. Rathheim has ignored our summons. What aid might they offer should we convince them to join our ranks?
You see Drazad kind of scratch the back of his head. Well, there's supplies would be the main thing that they would be able to offer. As far as, I mean, you're fighting in an army. You need weapons, you need armor, you need, holy weapons, anything you could come across, basically. And that is what the dwarves do best.
Is there any chance they might provide an insight on how to break this obsidian beast, seeing as they work with it so?
That is possible. We kind of already know a little bit about how to defeat it. But we didn't tell you about that, did we? No. We do know how to defeat it somewhat. You said you haven't heard from Rathheim?
We have not. It is not irregular. I mean, to raise no alarm. They are reclusive.
No, well, yes, the dwarves keep to themselves.
But I would have expected a return letter, at the very least.
Drazad will contact a couple people, and he'll have his people let your people know if Rathheim is available to help. But I imagine they would be. I mean, the obsidian weapons that were conscripted of us did kind of start this whole mess. Not that it was our fault in any way, but...
Like I said, I think there were multiple pieces all converging at once. Weapons were just one of those.
Right. No, absolutely. And you'll all hear in your head, Drazad had a bad dream about Rathheim.
Oof. God. Oh, no.
Oh, it is on the way, though. We could make a pit stop.
Is it on the way? Because it's southeast,
the
right?
East Coast.
But it's...
I don't think it's... I thought it was...
It's the far east. It's further than Turrisil. It's northeast.
We have
I
any
thought it was
representatives from Turrisil?
We're like down here. We could essentially like...
There are no representatives from Turrisil at this
We're
meeting.
going back up. We could just go straight across.
It
The
seems
ships
like
and
he
stuff.
left out most of their concrete allies that they know are going to be in the fight. This is a summit to try and gain new allies.
I got you.
And as all of you are reaching your final agreements, everyone seems somewhat appeased. The tiefling leans forward.
No, your time in our country was brief. What do you recall about our method of leadership?
It's a council, right?
It is
There's like a head council person.
A council of sorts, the eldest.
Right, the leaders of each of the Umbric symbols.
Right.
Leadership
represent each family.
changes hands often.
Right. Like, because they
It
assassinated
changed hands
the
3
other
times
ones.
while we were there.
Right.
Yes.
We were there like a day.
Right. not even the full day.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that I wish not to betray such allies.
but I am called to do so. The summit chamber trembles. Arcane pressure tightens like a vice around your chest as cracks of violet light split the air in jagged circles.
I mean, I hate to ask, is this a spell?
One by one, portals tear open in the center of the marble floor. Tiefling mages clad in dark regalia pour through, their movement sharp and purposeful, like blades sliding from sheaths. This is a spell.
But why though?
I would like to attempt
why,
to
though?
counterspell.
Tieflings.
Why is he trying to?
And I'm gonna portent whatever
they're all
roll.
fucking
Ooh, do I want to portent the roll? Because I only have 14 and 11, and that's
You know, I
pretty
got
good.
Yes, you definitely want to put in that roll.
Okay, then I'm gonna portent it to an 11
Yeah.
And it's a con save?
con save. So they would
With-
need a +6 or more.
17, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that he does not succeed.
Okay.
The magic begins to fizzle out.
I swirl swirl it all away.
Valiant effort.
I'm gonna counter
If he's using another action, then I guess I have my reaction back.
You do.
Yeah.
What, like,
Do we?
How many portents do you have, Sam?
it gets it back. So,
Yeah, he keeps getting it
he
back.
keeps getting it back. I'm gonna light up a spell then. Like, is this giving us like prep time? Like,
I will say,
Yeah.
based on the
Yeah, I
fact
was
that
gonna
you
say-
counter the first,
If we're
he's reinitiating it. Basically, those portals start to open. You see those mages just on the other side beginning to charge in. The portals close. He reopens them. And in that split second, you each are going to be able to cast one spell.
or
Okay.
Okay.
One action.
one action.
Action.
I'm ready
Okay.
Whenever you are.
Then I know what I'm gonna do because I prepared. So happy I made those spells.
Froggy, can I have a hit of that pipe?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, it's a fresh one, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm doing.
Froggy's just kind of sitting there like, whoa.
There's
Panic.
portals, man.
At the sight of spells flying and clattering in midair, ripples through the gathered delegates, chairs scraping, wards flaring to life. But too late. At the center of it all, between the portals, a dark figure emerges, clad in dusk-hued robes stitched with silver thread. Sergei, the Warden of Shadow, steps into the light of the summit chamber. He casts his gaze, meeting eyes with eerie calm. Then he smiles. And just like that, he vanishes into shadow himself. And that
Your third eye.
is where we will end the session tonight.
I mean, technically, I'm gonna go invisible too.
Yeah, but you'll be able to see him with your third eye.
We're going into combat.
now, I don't want to just leave you guys with a total cliffhanger, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview
Are you showing him this?
of something I had set up. This is the chamber where we will be doing battle.
So cool.
Not this week. Not this coming week, but the
next week,
next
yeah.
week. We are going to be
Yeah.
missing next week as we go on a brief
Yeah,
break.
and you left us in a
Oh man.
quite a freaking predicament.
You know I got to leave you on a cliffhanger, so make sure to
Yeah.
join us next time
on the 30th.
on the 30th, and be sure to join us on the 26th
Yes.
for the finale of Needles and Threads by their very own Brett, all of which is going to feed
Hey,
right
Charlie.
back into this campaign. So until then, go out there and make some chaos.
Bye.
I got you.
I was,
Oh my gosh.
I was looking for.